Howdy, let's just jump right into a sprint.
What
How
the
about that?
fuck?
Sorry, a little behind the scenes production glip there.
I
My
was
my
like, oh my
apologies.
god, I've just told you how lazy I am and like how I don't want to be productive. And you're like, straight into a sprint.
Come on, bitch, time to work. No,
No.
I was just pulling it up so that I am prepared because if you get ready, if you stay ready, you gotta get ready. There you go.
Yeah.
How are you doing today, Ms. Malintries? What are we trying to do? What have we tried to do previously? And what will we be trying to do in the future?
I am doing okay, but I've just fucked around a lot of the day, either done other stuff than work during work,
Which we
or
love.
and not done anything straight after work and just been on one of those stupid little games on my phone. So I feel like I need to get out of that mindset and just be a little bit productive just to feel happier with myself. I did almost finish editing my next vlog, so I'm thinking I might just do that because I've got not much left to do.
Oh,
Yes, and I'm trying to publish every 2 weeks now, so I think I'll try and get that one out on Sunday. So I just want to like finish that. So I thought I would.
love.
I am also reading a new book called "There Is No
I saw
Entanglement."
that in your newsletter because I'm an avid
I
reader.
have been enjoying the hell out of this, but I've not been reading today or yesterday, and I'd like to continue. So that could be another task. And then finally, I did promise Hudson to give her a list of trashy romance Kindle Unlimited books that I have enjoyed. So I would like to compile this as homework.
Wow, sounds like a lot of fingers and a lot of pies.
Yes. If I do any writing, I promise I will give you a line, but I don't know if I will. I have passed the 70K mark
Incredible.
like on Monday because I had Monday off, and so I did quite a bit of work in the manuscript, and I'm over 70K, and I'm in act 4 out of 5, I guess.
I knew that because I watched your video that you made and your newsletter that you wrote.
Wow, thank you so much for being my number one fan. I love it.
Always, always. I was about to throw hands because one of your timers, is it this one, the new one, has like a comment on it where a guy's like, "Oh yeah, really important 5 extra seconds." I'm like, bro,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, I replied something similar. I was like, yeah, so that I can, have, if you want to skip the congrats, you can, like, as you
Yeah.
wish.
I was like,
Like the actual
there's the door.
timer is the time of the timer. I don't understand this comment.
I was about to fight him, but I'm like, no, wait. Maybe she doesn't want that. She's an Aquarius. She can do
No,
her
but
own fighting.
also I feel like if I ever feel that urge, I try to rein myself back in and to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I am not Gen Alpha on TikTok. Calm down. I am a
Yeah.
millennial woman who has seen the trolls for years and years and years and is aware that there are trolls out there. And I will not be rage baited to say something I will regret.
Yeah. Honestly, who has the time in this economy? Who has the time to be rage baited?
Exactly. How are you doing? Do you have the time to be rage baited?
Yes. I always have the time to be rage baited. I never have time to bite.
Oh, oh,
Important distinction.
yeah.
I am often filled with a fury that is only rivaled by hell itself. But then I've learned this thing that's called emotional regulation. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's a pretty hidden concept in the male stratosphere. Like
In
regulate
the
your
male
emotions.
stratosphere?
Yeah, like in a manosphere, like regulating your emotions. Not a common trope. So
Yeah.
I've been doing really good at that. And be like, wait a minute, I'm 30, I'm 38 years old. I don't have time for this. Never mind. So both like with rage baiting comments and also like things, people, situation, places, proper nouns in my life. I'm like, actually, it doesn't matter.
No,
Bye.
it really doesn't. And
And that is
also,
very liberating, I will say.
I think it's the realization of like, wait a minute, they're trying to get me, and I don't have to be
A lot
gotten.
of people aren't even trying to get you. I'm just like, wait a minute, I can just not be angry. And that's a superpower.
Yes, I can just be condescendent instead because I'm an Aquarius, and that's what we do.
Yeah. And I can just I don't know, be better than them because that's a Capricorn. Is what I do.
See, we're both the judgmentalists of all the signs.
Well, enough about us. Let's say hello to honored guests of the jury.
Yes.
Um, we're joined by Rainy Hammer. Hello, hello, hello. Har du haft en fin dag? Author Christian Michael is here. Hello. Hand wave emoji. And Jessica is here. Hello. And Sam is here. Hail on the phone right now. But looking forward to the stream. We shan't disappoint. And Wendy is here too. I will be writing today. I should. I want to. I want to write today. So that's what
there's a reason you asked me to join this stream. Is because
it's because I need that spray bottle to my face, like a misbehaved dog. Except I both hold the spray paint. Nope, I both hold the bottle, and I am the dog. So that's very much and things are funner with friends. That's just a scientific fact.
True.
So I will be writing today. I did some editing at work today because I also did non-work related things at work.
Nice.
Because someone canceled, it did not affect my work.
No. I mean, I only fuck around if I can time-wise, and I could, but then I think I can't tomorrow anymore, so now I'm sad. But yes, I get you.
So I fucked around with my outline, and I cut an entire scene from my fun and games section.
Wow. Are you happy about it? Are you feeling good about that decision?
Yeah, I'm feeling good about it because, I'm all about, like, I'm a Capricorn, I'm rationalizing, I'm compartmentalizing, I'm like, streamlining. And I like a scene served a single purpose, and that purpose can also be served at the midpoint. So I was like, actually, I think it'll be better at the midpoint because then, I'm dangling something in front of your face. Look at this thing. And then, I'm stealing your coin purse behind your back or whatever metaphor I want to use.
I love
Wendy
it.
says, I think I will actually be writing today too. Well, you're in luck, Wendy. We're doing.
Can I ask for something random?
You can always ask. One thing about me, you can always ask.
Could we have a mood of the stream card from your tarot deck just to give us a little? I just want to be like launched into it,
Wait, propelled into it?
Yes.
How about I do a Lenormand deck card from the Enchanted Glass series by
very pretty.
Veronica King.
Yes.
Thank you. Can you see it?
Yes, onion. What are the cards like?
Oh, they're gorgeous. Let's do a tour. Let's not write. Sorry, Wendy. Let's just go through this deck. The cards are sort of smallish for my big man hands.
I do like small cards because that's practical for travel.
Number 14, the Fox, for example. This is the art style. It's stained glass.
Yes.
Can you see it?
Beautiful.
Can you see it?
Yes, you are moving a lot, but I am seeing it.
That's my tremor. I'm sorry. But this is
stunning.
Kilmore from Down the Well and Over the Cliffs of Wayward. It's not Over the Cliffs of Wayward. It's just Cliffs of Wayward.
So if the cards are different, like for instance, the fox and stuff like that, is there like a booklet to say what the meaning is of each?
There is indeed a booklet to say the meaning of each.
Love
stunning,
to see it.
Like this is the child. Let's just do some samples. This, for example, is the fire flower.
Love
Hello,
it.
Gorgina.
This was drawn by Veronica King or friend,
this is hand drawn. This is no AI.
Because I'm pretty sure I saw some of the process at some point.
She made a bunch of reels about it, ? This is just K.
Key? K.
Yeah, I think it's key. This is the star, for example.
Yeah, it's blurry, but the
I
colors
know. My camera is like 10 years old from an office. So.
You have to be, full-on beauty guru mode. I mean, it's beautiful.
Zoom, bitch. Can you see it?
I can see
it.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that worked.
There you go. It's very Gorgina. So let's pull a card.
Love it.
And see what the booklet tells us about this card. So it's just an overall vibe for the next few hours, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically a vibe for productivity,
Okay, let's do a vibe for March 29th. A few days after the perfect date. Which I did notice. April. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know my months.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Do we want to split the deck or just pull the top card?
Split it.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, and the card is Anchor. Hello.
Oh, hey, love
Oh,
this.
can you see it? Can you see it? There you go.
Yes,
This
beautiful.
is you, literally, with the blonde hair,
And this is
contemplating.
my tattoo, Stig. This is literally.
Oh no! The universe knows. She's got her fingers in a lot of pies. What did I say? The anchor number 35. Let's look at the book and see what it means. 35, 35. Ooh, it's all the way at the back. Number 35, anchor. Cardinal concepts. Stability, resilience, restraint. Hello? When this card appears in a reading, it means, regardless of how the tides are changing, you have a stable focus on your goal at hand. The anchor leaves can be looked at. The anchor leaves? Is that the anchor leaves can be looked at positively or negatively, depending on the situation. It signals security, but it can also reveal rigidity in routine and being so married to one's ideas, concepts, or goals that it becomes harmful. Instead of providing important and sometimes life-changing stability, it weighs you down.
Hmm.
Inspiration. After meeting Kay through live streams, I admired her steadfast focus and pursuing of her goals. But of course, like all things from the sea, I knew its rightful place in the sky. Key Adams is the author of Airs and Bones and Sea. I think, yeah, I think some of the cards are inspired by people she know and met,
Love
and
that.
it's pretty neat. So the anchor symbolizes Kay Adams. Okay, that has been today's reading.
Very good reading. I feel like that's a
Nice.
good vibe.
Yeah, I absolutely feel like that is something that I've thought the last few days of just keeping my eyes on the goal, like being anchored to my story, being anchored to my vision, to my creativity, and to my routine, but
Yeah.
not in a rigid way. I was literally just thinking on it earlier today, like 30 minutes ago, being like, oh my God, I love this new pre-writing routine I've started. But some days, like, I don't need the routine to get into things, so I don't do it. And then some days, like, I don't want to write, but I want to write. So I'm like, I'll do the little ritual, and that sort of gets me in the mood. So
Love
like I use
this.
it when it's beneficial, and I skip it when I don't need it. So
Which is such a healthy mindset. So
I think this is just literal court evidence that Veronica King is a witch. There's no other explanation.
I mean, exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
He knew.
I'm here for the tour as well. Lol, she did show some of the process on Instagram. I remember. It is so cool. Yeah, I love my friends. I That's my thesis statement. I love my friends. And I also love the timers my friends make. Boom. Ladies
Yay!
and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. A timer that is just the perfect amount of time, which is 1 minute and 20 seconds to whoever left
Yes,
that
and the
comment.
20 seconds are to encourage you. You may skip them if you do not like them.
It is. It is possible. Okay, I'm thinking we're going to do a 40-minute and then a 30-minute and then see where that takes us, question mark.
Yeah, that sounds good, actually. Yeah, perfect.
Just because you're doing some video editing, so I know that takes time, and today is one of those days where I think the ritual would behoove me, so I'm going to do that. And just let's see where the wind takes us. 3, 2, 1, let's roll. Not interested.
I have the sun in my face. It's like
Just like you should, because you're a
it's
goddess.
not actually even the sun. It's just reflecting in a window that's like a cross. It's so
Wow,
annoying.
audacious. If only you had curtains.
I have blinds, but if I put them down, I feel like it's gonna get really dark in this room, and I don't want this, so I'm gonna suffer through it.
You're such a brave soldier.
Right.
God does put his biggest battles on his strongest soldiers, or whatever that quote
Absolutely.
is. How did you do fast sprint, Malin?
I finished editing the video and it's
Woo!
exporting. Yay. I did pretty much need the entirety of those 40 minutes. I had like a last 7 minutes or something at the end where I went to make a new drink and then started looking at my Kindle Unlimited books so that I can have a look at this list I promised Hudson. That's all I've done. So mostly just video stuff.
All you've done, that's so productive. Congratulations. A
Yeah, thank
victory for
you.
girls and gays everywhere.
I mean, it's thanks to you forcing me to be productive, you know? Otherwise, I would have done fuck all.
Coercing. I don't like forcing. I'm coercing you into.
Sorry. Sometimes people like look over the little wall that's at the back of our garden. I'm just like, what are you doing? Mind your own
No,
fucking business. You're trying to break into my house? It just gets so annoying.
I don't think Edgar would be much of a guard dog, question mark.
Do you know what? I think he has quite a deep bark, and he
Ruff.
is like he does get like sometimes Jamie will be outside and then start speaking to someone, and it doesn't like it's just why is there someone that's right in front of our house talking to someone else, right? And he has freaked out in the past and started barking like kind of menacingly, and I was like, okay, maybe I am wrong. Maybe you could be a good guard dog to someone who
Which
didn't
prove
have a
us
tennis
wrong.
ball.
To someone. So if you're a burglar watching this, wanting to burgle Miss Trice's residence,
Yeah,
bring
just
tennis
bring
balls.
tennis balls and you'll be good.
Love that. Okay, I did 15 minutes of transcribing. I'm nearing the end of the first chapter, so I've handwritten an entire chapter of this book.
Nice.
So I think once I'm done with this chapter, I'm ready to move on to another book.
Okay.
Just to see if I can get some other input, because I have been doing this all month. Maybe like a different book a month is my vibe. I don't know.
Yeah. Are you feeling like is the vibe you'd rather change because otherwise it becomes monotonous, or is it just
Yeah, more because like I don't know. I've done a chapter. I've read this book before. Let's do something else. Do my browse. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I also wrote 342 words. So I hit my daily limit.
You've already reached your goal for the day.
I have in 20 minutes, mind you, and I had 5 minutes to spare, so basically 15 minutes.
Amazing.
It was easy to write because it was a fight scene, and those go quicker for me. And I also did use our word of the day, anchor, so I did find a way to slip that into the text.
I love that.
So I thought I was going to share the line.
Yes.
I was like, what's the word I can use here? Oh, anchored. Mind you, these are our first draft words, so do that as you please.
All good.
An arm gripped his and yanked him out of the way. Ned fell sideways as a nest of mauve hair crashed into the old man. Grace forced him up against the wall, and he growled, a deep seething cry that tore through the air. He launched himself forward, keeping his pale eyes fixated on Cassidy. The bleakness of the pale eyes and the frothing mouth anchored him to the dirt floor, as if nails had been driven through lead-filled boots. Aim and fire. His tight shoulders refused to obey the thought as he felt a dizziness blurring his sight, spreading to his legs and knees.
Love the use of the anchored word there. That was perfect. Beautiful.
Thank you. So yeah, that's me. That's all, folks. We're gonna actually cut it short. We're not. What could you imagine? Like, you served your purpose. Goodbye.
Like, I mean, okay, I'll go back to doing nothing.
No, I mean, I want to write more words. So
yes.
I'm going to do that. Let's see what our friends did. Sam says, I will mostly be listening to Red Rising for the nostalgia train while I continue my journey updating my page bound. I have not heard that book.
Is it not the one of the most famous like sci-fi books, because it was written by a really hot man, so every man in the planet who is into sci-fi has read it.
Mind you, have I heard some
Red Rising by
slander
Pierce. Is
about
it
Pierce
Pierce
Brown?
Brown? Yeah.
I think so. I think I've heard some very unbecoming things of him.
All I
Is he
know
possible?
is that he's hot.
I didn't even know that.
That's
So,
it.
I just was there some debacle? Did he do some unseemly behavior?
I haven't heard anything cancelable, but I just haven't followed that much about this author to know for
Yeah.
sure. It's just I've got a friend who has read some of the series, not the entirety of it. I think maybe the first two. I'm not sure. I wanted to read it because it is sci-fi and I do love reading sci-fi, but I don't want to read it because it's written by a man and I don't like, I mean, fine, I like some men, but I don't know. I think my main issue is not so much that it's written by a man, it's that all the straight white guys I know who are a little bit into SFF have read this series and love it. And so immediately I'm like, probably not for me. But I don't know.
I don't know. There seems to be some stuff from like 2023 about Israel and Palestine that are not maybe in line with what he writes about, question mark. I don't know. This is from a quick Google Reddit search. So
Okay.
I also just have no interest in reading books written by pretty men. I don't know. I think pretty people should be models and ugly people should write. And that's my hell.
Are you saying we're ugly? I think we're pretty. I think we should continue writing, and we're.
No,
pretty.
you're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Come on, Steve,
but
you're
I'm also biased.
beautiful. We have
I
to
don't
continue
know.
writing to put more beautiful people out there writing. That's the whole idea.
Maybe that's our narrative. Yeah.
I don't know. I think
mean,
it's more, for me, it's not so much the author himself. It's more the people who like the books that indicate whether I'm going to enjoy it or not, I think.
that is fair. I think Katie has read the books and she recommended them. And I think she said there was implied queerness. And I was like, implied queerness? I ain't got the time for that. Goodbye. And then I just made an executive decision to not read the books.
That's fair.
I need some queerness, or else, like, what are we doing? Life is too short to read books about straight people. Sorry.
That's kind of all I read, but fair enough.
I mean, you are a straight woman, so
The
to
Princess
my
Knight
knowledge.
has only bi characters, and I did really enjoy it. But for some reason, all of these bi characters are with someone of the opposite gender. So,
Yeah. What's that phrase? I love all bisexual women and their boyfriends, or whatever people say. I think that's a meme.
But I don't read that much romance, to be fair. That's not the main genre that I read. So.
No, I read Paladin's Grace and love that, and I'll critique any of my friends' romance novels, but I'm mostly into fantasy at this point. I need a bit of whimsy.
Just like a good romantic subplot. That's what I want.
And that's T on period. Mama, yes, God, house down boots. But yeah, I don't know nothing about Red Rising. My whole goes back in 11 hours. Oh, you better crank them pages.
Yeah. How many pages do you have left?
Beautiful tarot deck. Yeah, I'm very happy. Not the anchor making me emotional, as it should. Hey, Steve. Hey, Malin. Hope you're both having a great day. Hello, JC. It is all the better for you now being here. Eva is here. Hello, hello. Just God's light shining down on you. But I see now he has revoked it. So
yeah, it's gone.
You're back in the shadow. A glowing Malin. Yeah. 816 words for author Christian Michael. Well done.
Noise.
I successfully ignored the doorbell. I don't know who dared to visit me. The audacity. Yeah, I ended up reading a friend's work because I realized I was behind on that. Oh, which reminds me, I do have some beta reading to do.
Oh, exciting.
But it's not due until the end of May, so there's time. Great work. Snaps. Oh no. I painted the bookmarks and listened to YouTube videos. I'm loving how these bookmarks are coming out. Is it the ones you shared in the room the other day? Because that was great. I love that. I have zero idea, have never heard of it, and I just started it. It is sci-fi though. And the narrator sounds Irish. The culture of his people had Irish vibes to me. I would say that if all the straight white guys are in love with it, it's probably not a good. Lol, lol, lol. Yeah, I get that.
I
But
mean,
I
it could still
literally,
be good. It might just not be for me. I'm just not the target audience. That's what I mean.
yeah, which is cool. Not everything has to be for us.
Yeah.
But I have literally no basis. I only heard of it the other day and something heartbreaking about the first one.
I have
And
heard
Sam read all the things. I have not heard anything heartbreaking, so literally spoiler free. Aw, stick out here making people feel seen. Me, I am people. You are VIP on this channel. Very important people. Speaking of very important, can I share some Notion stuff?
that. Yes, please. Always.
So, is this you? You see something and you screenshot it, and you're going to archive it for later, thinking, I'll get back to this when I'm at this stage in my writing, or I'll get back to this when I'm revising, or I'll get back to this when I'm doing my
What kind of
search
something
for
do you
crutch
see?
words.
Give me
Anything
an-
writing related.
Um.
Like 4 words to cut from your manuscript.
Oh,
Like,
that kind of like advice kind of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes, but I do have a folder where I put them in, to be fair.
I also had a folder on my phone where it did absolutely nothing because I forgot to update it. So I made a Notion library, a resource library in Notion for all the shit that I've screenshotted over the years, all the articles that I've bookmarked, tabbed somewhere, hidden away in a folder. And I was just like, ugh, I need a place to just keep all of this. So I'm like, okay, my author dashboard seems the perfect place. So I made a resource library. It is not pretty, but I will show it.
I mean, I prefer function over form when it comes to Notion because form can come later. So
yeah, both is good. Let me just add some whimsy library vibes so that.
Yes, give us the whimsy library.
Why can I not share? Hello? Hello?
Have you ever
this is not the vibe.
shared before?
Let me see. Poop. There you go. And let me reposition. Okay. So I use Notion in light mode. Sue me.
I know I do as well because at some point I realized that was all what the aesthetic girlies were doing, and I was like, I kind of like it. I think I'm being influenced. So
yeah. So this is my specifically writing resource library. Maybe I should zoom. So here I just like put in every screenshot, every note, like all the notes that I did or the craft books I did, I put in here. Articles and whatnot, I put in here. Like, for example, let's just do KU or wide. I filed it on a marketing. It's a screenshot. Let's open it and see. Boom. It is this screenshot where just someone in a Reddit thread gave advice. I was like, okay, this could be useful one day, but can I keep it on my phone for 3 years before I do it? No. So let's archive it away in our resource library.
That's a great idea.
Let's see anything else.
I do love as well that you have categorized by subject as well, so you can just be like, what do I have in revision? Because I'm in the middle of revision.
Oh, let's go and down see. I have all this in revision.
Yeah.
I have some articles, an Insta caption, how to plan content for social media. I have some notes, like this screenshot, Brando Sando's revision process. Yeah. What is it? Let's see it. It is this. What do you know? So I was really proud of this invention. Not invention. I did not invent this. I did see it somewhere, I think. But like, yeah.
I love it. I think this is great.
So if you have a bunch of notes, like this is just a link for the emotion thesaurus that I can use for revision. So like I put in the link here. Yeah. Let me see if I can find one of the books we did. Bird by Bird and Lamont, for example. I just like put in all my notes that I did here.
Yes.
And then, I put in the YouTube link for the discussion we did if I want to reference that. I put in the date that I added it or screenshotted it. So like the oldest thing I have is from May 3rd, 2024, which is, oh, should I show this? I think this is a screenshot of Hudson's document, so I shan't show it. But it is just how Hudson organizes her Scrivener edit process. I was like, that's neat. Let me just screenshot this and reference it later. Anyway, I just was really, really proud of this resource library and like, yeah.
No,
and these are all that crap books, right?
Yes.
So yeah, like this, for example, chapter titles. Okay, what is this? just an article about should your novel have chapter numbers or chapter titles, because I was like, what should I do?
What are you doing?
I think I landed on chapter numbers, but then I have parts, so my novel is in 3 parts.
Yeah.
So the parts have a name, and then just chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, mostly because that seems to be the genre standard. And I was like, okay, I'm writing a Wild West novel, so I should probably keep to the standard of the novel, though I do like a quirky little subheading.
I do love a chapter title, but I think it doesn't matter if it doesn't get published with it at the end of the day. It's more for me, and just because then I also know sort of what the chapter is about without having to look at the description every single time.
In my revision list, can I just show that maybe? Question mark. Show some more Notion stuff. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
But I have a revision, or like, what's it called? Progress tracker. Is that what I call it? Let me just pull up the data. I'm just going to double check and see that there's no spoilers, because that can't happen.
JC, if I may, I do have a video on how to use Notion for very, very beginners, for writers, if you want to.
You can even link that in chat if you can. I'll find it later.
And I am very, very much in team functionality before aesthetics, but we can add the aesthetics after, because I think that is exactly what happens is people get overwhelmed by like, how do I make it as pretty as everyone else? It's like, you don't. You start with the use of it. Otherwise, why are you even using it? And then you make it pretty later once you have your pages.
I never get to the pretty stage. I just get to the functionality stage. So this is my progress tracker for this current draft.
Yes.
And like, I just name chapter or scene titles. And then this is all the way down. We have 35 scenes planned, and we're 50% on the way. What do you know? I'm halfway through my novel.
Amazing.
So just keep the little chapter titles here, and then if I ever do want to publish with chapter titles, I can just go back and see what I wrote as like a little scene title. I, for example, think Best in Show I think is a fun title, and it's very evocative of the chapter. Poor Decisions I think is a good one. Target Practice. So just to remind myself what the scene is about in like the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I think that's really useful.
Anyway, that was my Notion tour. Do you have anything Notion related that you want to show?
I can briefly show you what I'm doing at the moment for my revision process.
I would love nothing more, Malin.
I do think I showed briefly in the video that'll come up, but it doesn't really matter. You guys get a preview.
Let's see. Notion for Writers, episode 1. Oh, are there multiple episodes, or did you just not make any more?
Do I just share a window? It's probably easier.
I pasted the video in chat if you want to check it out, JC.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yes.
This is what I'm working with at the moment. So I have my table format, and that's where I track all the scenes. And I know I have weird numbering, so don't worry about it. The main number that matters is on the far left. It's like the order of the scenes. It's just because then I know which chapter it was in, if it was one or 2 scenes within a chapter. So I'm currently at scene 34. It says in progress. I can change that over there.
It is given story grid.
It is. It was the story grid reverse outline, and then I've like modified it to make it work as like a tracking thing as well. So I do have my details of what I need to do.
Oh, as a little check. I love that. There's something satisfactory about check.
I love it so much. I need to check things all the time. And I've also added an emoji icon here so I can change it to check whenever it's done.
Where do you see that?
For the calendar. Because in the calendar, like if I go to last month, you can see they're all checked.
Oh.
And then this is
so I know on what day you're doing what scene?
This is when I'm planning to finish that scene. So for instance, I have been working already on scene 34, but as you can see, it is 4,000 words. So it's one of the bigger scenes I've got to work on. So I was like, normally my scenes are more like 2 to 3K. So 4K scenes will take me longer, which is why I've put it as like finish on Sunday, because I don't know. I'm hoping I'll finish it before. But this is trying to be realistic sort of timeline with the idea of currently I do have that week off, which is why there's like 3 scenes in a row on that week.
And then you'll be done, and then other people get to read it, but we don't talk about that.
But then I think I'll give myself another week to like reread it just to make sure if I spot any mistakes and stuff like that.
Maybe this is what I need to do with my project, because my deadline is August 16th, but I want to finish by the end of July. So if I could do it, be like every third day, I need to finish the scene. But you're editing and I'm drafting, so that I don't think I could do a scene every 3 days.
No, but it depends how, like, I didn't do it at the beginning. I did part 1 without doing this process. And then I did it afterwards once I had a better idea of how often I was actually finishing a scene. And so I was like, realistically, I know I have been doing this, so I can continue doing this. And like last month, I was trying to be super generous with like timing originally because I knew I had a lot of travel plans, but I kept moving them because I was like, oh, I'm done with this scene. Okay, move it to the date I finished. And it was just like happening way quicker than I expected. So it's really satisfying when you get to move it to the date.
And the archive of like just, I finished scene 17 on May 4th. Oh, love. This is making me cream my pants. Pardon my French.
That's an intense reaction, but I love it.
Yeah. But very, very organized. And I love that you have the table and the calendar in the same thing. So I can maybe do that with my
so it's tracker. Literally, you just, in your thing, you can just date. And then you select, I didn't do it. You can see part 1. I didn't do it, so it doesn't have any dates, but you literally just select it as your date and then it'll pop up in your calendar. And then every now and then I notice that for some random reasons, I have like the wrong order for some scenes. I don't know why I keep doing that, but other than that, they should be okay.
Oh, like 2.11, 2.13.
No, like I'll have like scene 40 here before scene 39. I'll be like, how did I do that?
Drag and drop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the beauty
iconic.
Of it. Yes.
Oh,
so yeah, like for instance, if I said, oh, maybe I'll finish this on Friday, I can just drag and drop it over there.
I love this because this is like the level of planning I love to do. Sam says, y'all gonna make me cry seeing all this. Got this pride welling up. Hope that's not weird. No, you're a Virgo, so
I love that.
Anything organizing, I think, speaks to your soul.
Yes. But yeah. That's what I've been doing. And it's Cody, I think, who had a calendar view of his plan for like his revisions. And I was like, oh, I should do the same because I already have my reverse outline. I can just plan them into a calendar view. And then I know when I'm working on which scene. So everyone's
I have so many days off in May. So like, I know what I'm doing next sprint. But let's get through some more comments before jumping. Let's see how far down the line have we gotten. Oh wow, what a cool ID. Thank you. I'm very pleased with my research library, and I think it's a lot more useful than having just screenshots on my phone or notes in my app.
It is so good. I need to do something like that.
Yeah, so I could go through and like delete so many pictures, like screenshots that I've taken on my phone, that like, I need to remember this when I do line edits in 3
You're never gonna remember it. Yeah,
I know, but now that I have the resource library, I could be like, oh, okay, line edits. Let's see what I have on revision. Oh, like 5 steps to revise your novel. Okay, let me see what that is about. How to prepare your novel for developmental editing. Let me see what that is about.
So useful.
So, and the categorization makes me so happy too.
Love that part.
I didn't really realize you could put screenshots into Notion. Interesting. You can put anything into Notion. That is the beauty of it. If your mind can think about it, Notion can do it. The problem is to get my mind to think about it. Yeah.
I feel like it's not as free form as things like Obsidian and all that, which is why I find it easier. I personally need a little bit of structure.
I need a framework. I can't just invent the wheel. I can bring the cart, but the wheel need to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I never used Notion, but maybe I will look into it at some point. And if you're like kind of over the whole AI thing, I just emailed Notion support to be like, hey, can you turn off AI on my account? I don't want it. And they did. So now I have no AI.
Okay. Yeah, I should do that.
So
I didn't know you could do that.
It was literally just an email, and it was so easy. And he's like,
they are like a really good responsive team, I think. They're constantly trying to make a better product. So I imagine if someone asked for something, they'd be like, yeah, sure, we can turn it off for you.
Yeah, and there's apparently like a button where they can turn off all AI on your account. So I saw a Reddit thread where someone's like, just email them. I'm like, what do I have to lose? Because it's AI. Like every time you type / that AI bullshit comes in, I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want it in my house.
I think I've just trained I've Pavloved myself to like ignore it. Like I've trained my brain to be like, nah, that's not there.
Well, the difference is huge because my personal account still has AI on it because you have to do it per like account or dashboard or workspace or whatever they call it. So my author dashboard has no AI, but my personal account, which I use a lot less frequently. It still has the AI, so now just like, oh, it is such an encumbrance to use my personal dashboard. But that's where I have my like home library set up and everything, so I still want to go back to it. Anyway, that's been a 20-minute Notion commercial. So glad to see you all here. I want to use Notion. I've tried to use Notion, but I get so overwhelmed by it every time I try because I can never make it as pretty as other people. Yeah. Malin is definitely on the right thing where like you need to figure out what you want to use it for, make it functional, and then you can beautify it.
Yeah. And you don't have to start big because a lot of people get overwhelmed because they're like, I need to build this entire page. It's like, or you can make a note. Like that's the point, is a note making app initially. And then you build it out and then you learn as you go. So
yeah. It looks so handy and good idea for some productive procrastination. It's not procrastination. It's work that had to be done.
I will say I use mine a lot for actual work, like it's not just procrastination.
Yeah. Like Notion is probably my number one writing tool after Scrivener.
Yeah, same. I mean, you saw my revision notes. It's my main basis for like knowing what I'm doing in each scene at the moment. So I find it really
Absolutely.
useful.
Yeah. This is where I'm emotionally today. Seeing Steve's amazingly organized resources maybe tear up.
I love that.
It's that meme of like that girl in yours being like, it's beautiful. I don't know where it's from, but she's like wearing a black
I don't
turtleneck or
remember
whatever.
this one.
She has white pearls, black turtleneck, like brown hair and a bun. It's just like, it's beautiful. Sitting in like an audience. I don't know what it is from, but it is you know it, Malin. You know it.
Do, but I don't remember this.
Beautiful meme.
Okay. So like I was supposed to get a delivery between like whatever time and 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. is in 7 minutes. So I don't think I'm getting my delivery.
Well, we're soon going into a sprint like this. Her.
I actually don't think I know where this is from.
That is crazy to me.
I don't know where this is from.
I don't know where it's from, but I just know the meme.
Oh,
but I'm also a man of culture, so. Wait, what? How have I missed that, Malin? I will look at it today. Yeah, I did link Malin's video here. It is episode number 1, so go check it out. If you want, I can share my screen when I play around with it. I haven't really been able to figure out how to use it yet. Yes, show all the organization. Yes, please, Sam. I need all the help I can get, lol. I want to use it as a place to keep all my author things plus a story Bible. I even have like my social media thingamajig there where I plan the content. I don't know what to call it, but content that I'm doing from my author Instagram. I use it as, I use my writing journal there. I just keep a database for there where I journal every month. Just how has the month been, what has worked, what hasn't worked. And like how many words I've written each month so that I can keep a track on it at the end of the year, because that's something I like to do. So just, yeah, I use it for a lot. And yeah. I love Notion.
Same.
I do not promise to be helpful, but I hope you at least feel better seeing me going, what the fuck am I doing? I had open on the other tab. We'll watch that today. Learn your habits before setting goals. Love that. Crazy concept.
Wild.
The call out. Yeah, you're a Virgo, and you can't hide it. But I was thinking the exact same. I think I might be playing around with Notion today. Yeah. If you're like, I don't know, I feel like it's so versatile for like an author business, both for projects and for non-projects. I would show how I organize my projects, but I have a lot of spoilers in them. And unlike Malin, I don't want to flaunt it all on main just yet. You may not use it, but it's still using you. Well, I think that might be what I'm doing wrong, Malin, trying to start big instead of small, incremental steps. Yeah. That's why there's a productive in the front. I only meant that may I start something like this, which will be helpful to me, but also feels easier than writing does right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
How did you get that picture of me? Wild. Yeah, crazy. I just Googled writing Mom Samantha El Nasset. It's so beautiful. And that popped up.
Virgo beautiful.
Yeah. Virgo woman cries in turtleneck. Okay, are we ready to rumble yet again? I'm always like, oh, we should keep the yapping to a 10-minute minimum. Cue 20 minutes later.
I mean, I also feel like it was a different kind of yapping because it was a show and tell type of yapping.
It was a show and tell, which we're huge fans of. I love showing off my skills.
Same.
Unrelated, but Malin, I must give you a huge thank you. I had my 2024-2026 reading list updated on Pagebound.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Love that.
But then I saw your library and got library envy. Ooh, what have you done to your library, Melon?
I don't know. What have I done to my library?
So I dug through my old files and my Libby history. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Anyway, here we go.
Yeah, sorry.
You can questions there. How did you do for that sprint, Miss Malin?
So I basically just took the entirety of that sprint to go through my old Kindle Unlimited and Kindle books to compile together this list of potential romances for Hudson. Because basically she said she wanted to read more romances, but every single time she's tried one, she's hated it.
I also know
I
Wallace is a major romance reader, so maybe she's got some tips.
think
Hudson, if
the
you're
problem
watching,
is
you're not, but if you are,
Wallace reads a lot of historical romance from what I remember. I don't know
oh yeah,
in other genres, and Hudson hates historical romance because she knows a lot about history and she immediately realized like she can't stand the inaccuracies. So we're recommending anything but historical
oh okay,
romance.
yeah, no, that would definitely not be her strong suit.
So
Um,
she did request some sci-fi space opera stuff. So I have compiled together all of my favorite space operas in there. And I've put in there like a fantasy that is like more historical vibes, but it is mainly fantasy, so I think that's okay. I've put a thriller in there. And now I'm starting the urban fantasy list, which I think is going to be the biggest one for me because that's what I used to read a lot of. So my main issue is I realize a lot of the time when I think I'm reading romance, I was actually probably reading action investigation vibes with a side of romance. But back in the day, like especially the early books that I would read, they were considered bit lit, so like chick lit, but with like vampires or werewolves, and like.
oh, well, that's cute.
And I mean, was it cute or was it just men again shitting on something women loved? And it was actually because a lot of them had a subplot of a romance and did not have the main plot being the romance. And it was like the True Blood series, they're all thriller vibes. They're investigative books first and foremost, and then you have the romance subplots. But yeah, anyway,
And
that's
I've
why.
read all 162 of them, so I should know this.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love a campy name for something cute. That's the millennial
Mm.
me, I guess.
Yeah, but it was like
But
it
yeah, I
was
can see
more
how it could
derogatory
be like
back
a
then.
derogatory term, yeah.
Yeah,
But Bitlet, yeah,
it was fun.
love that.
It was fun.
I spent that entirety playing out the rest of my revision process in the calendar form in
Oh my
Notion.
god.
So now I
Yes.
have a calendar that shows like when is your scenes on the date you're supposed to finish or the date you start.
I put them on the same I'm supposed to finish, but it's really how
What I
you
did
work
too.
that. Like if you prefer to
Yeah.
work the other way around.
So I did make a little Notion calendar view of that.
Nice.
Inspired by you, inspired by theft, intellectual property.
Oh
Who's to
no,
say?
like I said, I got inspired by Cody's version of it. So I feel like this is the beauty of Notion, is everyone is like, oh, I'll make my version of this.
Yeah. So these are the scenes I finished this month. This is the one that I have finished, but I'm doing revisions to it. I got a Friday off, so like I can do probably a scene over the weekend because my family's away, so I don't have any like familiar obligations. And it's a shorter reaction scene to the action scene that's happening now. So, and then this is May coming up. Like I have some days off in May too, so I can like squeeze a couple of extra scenes in.
Nice.
And then this is my June, which is going to be super busy. So just one scene a week. And then we're getting into July and my summer holiday period. So I can squeeze more scenes in.
Yes, you can.
And then I hope to finish this this round of revisions by August 2nd, as you can see down in the corner here.
Nice.
That's going to be my epilogue day. And then I have 2 weeks where I want to go through the entire manuscript and do like, I have a list of like smaller edits or like streamlines or some foreshadowing that I want to do and stuff. So I'm going to take those 2 weeks to just go through the entire manuscript once and make sure that everything is in proper order and that I've kind of hinted to and alluded to, not alluded to, you don't allude to something, and kind of hinted to and hinted at, and like, yeah, sort of just go through and see that, yeah, just like the story that I want to tell is there and like shove as much as I can into the draft before the editor sees it. And then, yeah, August 16th is the deadline. If you read my latest Instagram post, you know this.
So you gave yourself a couple weeks.
I give myself 2 weeks to go through and do like a polish, but it's not a polish because I'm not polishing prose and stuff. I'm just like, let me just close this before I show my revision notes. Like one of them is just like one problem that I had that I talked about on Crystal Stream is how I have 3 like major fights so far in my novel, and all of them felt similar to me. So I just looked at them. I put up some bullet points like, hey, what am I actually trying to do with the scene? What is important? What can I change? How can I diversify this from the rest of the fights?
Make sure
So
that they're different enough from one another. Yeah.
I'll go back and do that. And then like just in one chapter he checks into a hotel, but I'm like, okay, he can't afford a hotel, so he's going to sleep in the barn. Just make sure that you do that change, that sort of thing, just so that everything that I have envisioned in my brain is on page.
But I also think it's good that worst case scenario, if you can't make those last little bit of changes, you will have a finished manuscript anyway, and you'll be like, okay, I can always
Yeah,
discuss
like the
this.
major story will be there, but I
Yeah,
wanna get as much done before the editor sees it,
yeah.
so that
And I actually think in July you'll probably write more than you think you will at the moment, because you might get in the groove of it if you've got like a good chunk of time off.
yeah, my holiday doesn't start until July 20th, so like later in the month.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so June is when it's just going to be me and another nurse at work, so we're just going to be swamped with work, and that's probably going to take its
Could be
toll.
busier. Yeah.
So I don't plan to do more work in June because I think I will be exhausted from the workload.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving myself the grace to do one scene a week, as I've been doing now in April, and which has been working very good for me.
I
And
think the
then
beauty of it is it's adjustable, and we did just have the card off the anchor saying that we shouldn't be too rigid.
yeah,
And
and here's
that's
this
what
because
I think.
yeah, as you
Yeah.
say, I'll be in the Act 3 of the book. I have already written Act 3, and that pretty much goes unchanged. I'm
Yeah.
adding a few characters and changing a few moments, but like the big
Basically,
picture stuff
because
is
you've
there.
set it up, you can move scenes around and be like, actually, I'm done way earlier than I thought. I could squeeze in an extra scene this
Yeah, so I
week
can
or
just move
whatever.
it and like adjust, and that's what
Yeah.
I like about it. So
Yeah.
thank you, Malin, for showing me that, and thank you, Cody, patron saint of the channel. Probably not, but I am okay. Let's see. It does sound like dismissing moments likes, but we can appropriate for ourselves, as a lot of people do. From your local Virgo mom, always give yourself more time than you think you'll need at first. It's better to have extra time and adjust after you learn your habits than no stress. Yeah.
Yes.
About not meeting standards you made before you understood your workflow. Yeah, and I'm not too worried because this is a developmental edit. So like, as long as the story is there, I can just at least try to imagine a world where I can relax about the prose. But I don't want the prose to be a hindrance to the book. But my editor has done a like 2,000 words sort of assessment. So she did say that if the rest of the manuscript is like this, we're good to go. And I think it is.
Nice.
So yeah, that's a
Exciting.
little update. Oh, I'm anxiously, terrifiedly excited for a professional edit.
It's
So
gonna be. I'm so excited for you. You'll have to share the experience.
yeah, I was thinking about should I vlog this, but I don't vlog. I hate vlogging. I don't like
No, you
filming.
don't vlog, but you can talk about it on one of your live streams at some point and be
That's
like,
true. This is basically a vlog with some sprints, I guess.
it's more of a podcast, really. We're doing a podcast at this point.
We're doing a podcast, and honestly, obsessed. Maybe we should do a podcast.
There you go.
That's so exciting. Yeah. That's what I keep telling myself, and that's what my brain will one day believe. And I want this, and like this is something I'm paying for. So like, why am I so anxious about this? There's again, I'm both
Something
the
because
hand holding the spray bottle, and I am the dog.
yeah, it's like nervously excited.
Yeah, but as I wrote in my Instagram post, if you read that, I think it's a good kind of excitement.
Yeah.
Steve, are you starting a podcast? No. This is the podcast. This is as much podcast as you're going to get, Jesse. I'm so sorry. I lead a very busy life. Nudge, nudge. Yeah, no, this is basically already a podcast, and the Troublemaker channel is also a podcast. And technically, I'm doing 2 podcast episodes a week, so I'm a busy gal, busy boy.
Do you know what? Sam, just because she asked if I would be willing to share the romance list anywhere, I might not share it as it is because every single bit of note I've put underneath each book is like very for Hudson, like saying you might enjoy this, you might hate this, like it's specifically for Hudson, but I can share just the titles at some point. I was thinking maybe I'll just do a page bound list because you're on page bound, and then I can share that. I do love a page bound list.
Okay, but this is the perfect podcast to listen to while painting, so when
there you go.
You do already dispense quite a bit of your time with us, and I thank you for that. I Honestly, I feel like you're dispensing your time with me, and that's the beauty of it. All I need is that. Yes, that is perfect. Okay, I think that is today's episode coming to an end. Malin,
Yeah.
do you have anything to see to our, what would our podcast listeners be called?
I don't know
Pothead?
what is our podcast called.
See you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.
Yep, that's what this reusable studio is called. See you next Thursday.
It's good. At least it's not see you next Tuesday, even though
I
it
would
has
never. I would
never.
never. It could be called Prairie Schooner. No, something Wild West themed. Guys, if you have a podcast episode
Well,
idea for me,
you always call us your wagon party, so maybe that's the fans, you know?
yeah, Trail to Oregon, Trail to Publication. There you go.
Love
We give our time to each other. Yeah, that's what this. That's why I like authorship. This feels like hanging out with friends. So
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
the number of books I read solely knowing the title far outweighs the books I actually know anything about. There you go. Okay, Wagoneers, it's time to give it up. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Malin, for always showing up, always being here, present, and live. And I love you for that. And until the next time, cowboys.